Welcome to Safari Yangu Podcast, where we share our stories unapologetically, experiences that shaped us and experiences that continue to shape us. Today, I'm excited to be joined by a phenomenal, creative, spontaneous Ray.
We bless the Lord.
Hello.
Hello.
She's a spoken word artist, a creative entrepreneur, influencer, and founder of platforms like Anika Initiative and Female Poets KE. For the past decade, she's been using her art to advocate for mental health, political issues, and social change. And this December, she'll be celebrating a decade in the arts with a show that promises to be powerful. Spontaneous. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much. It feels so beautiful to be here and to reconnect like this. I'm excited. And thank you for having me. Sana.
Karibu sana. Yeah, just try and talk to the mic. Yeah, and
okay. Yeah.
Yes, that's good. I'm
and
excited.
Our levels are good?
Yeah, they're good.
Okay, cool.
I am honestly excited, as you were telling people here on TikTok. It's I think I've known you for the longest.
Joe, it's been, I think, right from 2013.
Yeah.
Guys, Lena's known me for 12 years. When we were just starting out, we're trying to figure out what spoken word is by Ordinary Mind. You remember?
I'm telling you. Yeah, back in Eldoret at school.
Tukifanya one night stand na bush and flowers. Oh.
And then there was the gathering too.
Oyatsi. You remember Oyatsi? The Oyatsi you'd had.
I do.
Man, finding our voice was not a joke.
And woods.
I remember.
Oeba too.
I remember, by the way, Willie Oeba used to be in Moi, Maine.
Yes.
You know, I never got to meet Oeba.
Really?
I think you guys met Oeba.
Yeah. After
I cleared campus. And then we came and reconnected now after.
Ah, interesting.
You mentioned woods and I just remembered. Oh, you've taken me way back. Way back. Because my very first interview, no, you remember they were auditioning artists.
Yeah.
And I remember when I auditioned, we had Woods, then we had Oyatsi. So me, I got there with all my drama skills, Nikolai. And so, you know, kila mwana mwema uwe na heshima kwa baba na mama, you know, so I go with all this drama skill sets. And then Oyatsi tells me, this is not drama festival.
Hello.
This is not drama festival. And I was just like, wow, okay. I felt so sad for myself. And then Woods is such a soft spot. Woods akaambia Oyatsi hapana. She has a voice. We can work with that. The writing, we will figure it out.
Yeah.
That was a long time.
I know. I remember like the gathering, we used to do lots of mentorship for like upcoming artists.
I was upcoming then, by the way.
I'm telling. And now it's like 10 years later. Oh my God. You're celebrating 10 years as an artist, a poet, a spoken word artist. Wow. Yeah. It's I think it's amazing.
Did we ever think we'll get here? As we used to do it for fun.
Yeah.
Unakumbuka, I was telling people, Elena, you can now prove, you can actually rubber stamp this. Tuko tunalipa how much? 250 bob.
Yep.
Sindio. Tuko tunauza tickets. Tuna knock milango za. Oh my God. Uliaifanya hizo stuff.
Unambo ulete crowd. Yeah, I remember. I used to actually be the MC of the event.
I remember. Definitely. Nakumbuka tunaenda na Ordinary Mind. Tunaenda tunanok kwa mi. Again, we were in Moi Chep kwa Ilel University campus. Yes, tumesoma.
Kabisa. Tuko na ma degree.
Travel and tours. You know. And I remember Ordinary Mind tukifundishanga story na marketing strategy. And then we would go to people's domes. Tuko tunazita domes na tuko hostels. Tunaenda hostels and then tunaambia wase tunazunguka na maposta. Tunaambia wase we have a show nini.
Yeah.
Hey, the passion was there, my God. And then ukilipo yo 250. Unafurahi. And that time I wasn't even a full spoken word artist. I used to back up for Enigma Creative.
Interesting. Oh, by the way, because you used to sing a lot.
I used to sing a lot.
I remember. Oh, wow.
I was more... In fact, the person who signed me up, alikuwa naitwa... So we started with coffee.
Yeah.
So...
At the uni.
We were doing coffee. And I remember when I went for coffee, tulikuwa na Ashley. Ashley by that time was Miss Chep. So Ash used to hear me sing a lot. And me, I'm so scared. Guys, I am so scared. I am so scared of putting I was then. Now I'm not.
Now she's not.
I was so scared of putting my name out there and trying to audition for stuff. To date, I still don't like competitions. But Ash put my name. And I remember being called on stage and I'm like, who put my name? I am so thankful that Shli actually did that. Because that was the beginning. That's how I met Ordinary Mind.
Yeah.
And then we talked about poetry and he was like, I need to introduce you to spoken word. And then voila, one night stand happened.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting because I think most of us began in coffee. Because coffee, for those who don't know, coffee was a poetry event at the University of Eldoret.
Yeah.
Formerly known as CHEP. Yeah, that's where we started our journey actually.
That's where we actually started. That's where I learned spoken word poetry. Me, I knew poetry.
Yeah.
I knew poetry. Nilianza kufanya poetry nikiwa class 2, 1998.
Damn, okay.
But then I hear about this whole spoken word thing and I'm wondering, spoken word.
What is it?
This? And then I start seeing, Nani used to do a lot of radical, because when it's meant for radical poetry. Ordinary Mind,
even Ordinary Mind, I remember, it was...
And then OM will just sit still like this and then now start, and I'm just saying, oh my God. But... I am so glad I stumbled upon Ordinary Mind like
and it's funny that at some point people from Nairobi were actually benchmarking with One Night Stand.
For real?
Yeah, it's like it was a big deal.
I didn't know that.
No, it was actually a very big deal by then. And then I think after you guys left, for some of us, by the time we were done, I remember when I was done with uni, I started working here in Nairobi. At some point, I even went back. Like, it didn't last long after we left, most of us who co-founded it. So, but it was really a good platform, honestly. I wish it could have continued. Yeah.
I think over the years, that's the one thing I have realized is a big challenge.
Yeah.
When it comes to matters sustainability of shows,
True.
Because you really don't realize how much goes into it. Us as artists, by that time when we were starting out as I don't like using the term upcoming, but that's what we were.
Sure.
All we knew was we needed to sell tickets. We never had conversations about how are we going to get sound for the show. First of all, how do you get venue? Then once you've gotten venue, how do you get sound? Then once you get sound, how do you get lighting? And then once you get lighting, how do you get a team that you will rally up with and perform with? And at the same time, some are registering people. There's a lot of logistical implications that Ineko involved in. And I remember we would prep for One Night Stand for like 3 months straight.
Yeah.
The rehearsals. You never really see how much it will cost to do the rehearsals.
And most of us were students anyway.
We were, but there were we had cost implications. We were using transportation. I never really got a chance to ask Oyatsi, how did you find this bush and flowers place? We never really thought of. Now, looking back as an event planner, I'm just like, that was such a beautiful concept. I pray that one day we can be able to revive it because we were doing residencies without knowing we're actually doing residencies.
I swear, yeah.
We were doing workshops without realizing we're doing workshops. We're doing creative writing sessions.
Mentorship.
There's a lot of, like Akina Oyatsi gave themselves out so much, so that I'm even wondering, I'm sure now, as when you were 30, I'm sure them they're in their 40s. And
true, yeah.
And I keep wondering, how did they find the time to mentor like that? Because me now, I'm in this age where I should be mentoring.
Passion.
And you're trying to balance your life.
I know. It's a lot.
Passion. It's very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was like supposed to be our first question. Like, take us to the beginning.
Oh, and here I am.
We've already covered.
We've covered the first question. Take us back to the
so anyway,
the
now
10 years of becoming, my Lord.
So now that you're celebrating 10 years,
Yeah.
like, what moments stand out as defining in your journey?
Yo, thank you for asking that question. How many hours do I have? How many?
Take your time.
I want to give you this story step by step. So my first very defining moment was, of course, meeting Ordinary Mind, the way we talked about earlier. My second defining moment, nobody ever told me culture shock is a thing. So, we used to be in Eldoret.
Yeah.
And in LD, we used to do English pieces. I remember my first piece, and so I will fly, show you how high my wings can go, show you how just strong my feet can. I still have that poem. It's I come to Nairobi.
Nisheng too.
Yo. I meet people doing sheng. And at that time, street poetry was booming.
Oh, yeah. True.
And nakumbuka the first time ndio niko nasikia had the band as my shoes uliza kiatu. And I meet Kenches Moya. Kenches Moya is the guitarist. And he tells me I should try out for a certain audition that I've forgotten e place ilikuwa inaitwaje. And Nailota.
Yes, I know.
When music.
Yeah.
Black woman, you're so fine.
You guys have been together for the longest.
We've been together we started together in 2013. Because she also started around the same time. So me and Niall get to Nairobi. It's around the same time Niall tells me, let's go for this audition. And we go try the audition. I'm told I have raw talent. That I can work on it better as a musician. Niall is told she doesn't have talent.
What? The way she sings so well.
Just so you know, 10-year us at that time, the 10-year-old us then and the 10-year-old us now are very, very different people. So like for Niall, it was, you say I can't, and that was her defining moment. For me, recognizing that this is a whole new journey, and I have to learn how to infuse a bit of Sheng poetry into the kind of work I am doing. I remember my first performance, Hisia Zangu poetry. There's a lady who gave me a standing ovation. But that was after, of course, Kevin Orato kikuwa ukiona hii. Nisamee tu. I remember Kevin reading my piece. Then he's like, this is too mouthy. Kevin, you were right. Looking back, me reading that poem, I was like, oh my God, this is so mouthy. We can now laugh about it. But those were like my very, very interesting moments. And then I meet Richie Marx. Richie Marx now just came back to the scene, and he's been judging Slam Africa for a very long time. And Richie was willing to now mentor me and guide me in terms of every time I write a poem, Richie would help me edit. Richie Marx, I don't even know if you remember, because we haven't talked in so many years. Oh, menipeleka mbali. So that was my other defining moment. And then so when I come to Nairobi, I'm looking for spaces to perform. And then someone gives me, what's her name? I keep forgetting her name. But I hope I'll remember. She gives me a number to Rick's Poet.
Oh, okay.
You guys know him as Onyango Otieno right now. May I respect that man. Whatever you guys have to say. Respect that man. Rick's Poet gave me my first actual platform
on Fatuma's
to perform at Fatuma's Voice.
Interesting. Okay.
And then he is the one who linked me up with Teardrops to go and perform at Slam Africa.
Interesting.
And Rick's held my hand like this. Like, I remember that time I was working at Uchumi. And yeah, I was a packer, guys. Nilikuwa na packingi stuff kwa super. And when I have my free times, ninaandika.
Okay.
And every time I'll call Rick's and tell Rick's, oh, today is my off day. Can I come and perform? And Rick's never told me no. I hear people say that, oh, Rick's alikuwa naambianga list imejaa. I guess, Rick's, thank you. I've never told you enough, but thank you so much. Like, he gave me so much time and space to always come in when I could. Okay. And so when I was in Fatuma's, I realized, watu ni wasomi. You know? Yeah. Like, guys are talking about policies, gender, human rights. Me, I'm there, I'm wondering. Me, I'm here writing at that time, I'm thinking I'm writing very shallow poetry.
Akuna depth.
You know? And people who are at Fatuma's want depth. They want to hear they want things that will speak to their nini. And so I started researching. Okay. Now that's how I started doing a lot of research in my spoken word poetry. And I met incredible artists. Like, just to mention the kind of people that you guys know right now. I think ni nani akina Hat the Band sana ndo neza kumbuka sahi. Akina Mufasa, the likes of Akina Drops, I have mentioned his name. So many. I started meeting very interesting artists who'd push me to like do better, you know. Started out with Shiki, who's now a DJ, by the way. She used to be a poet. The lady I was talking to, Shankaruna Abrahams, Shanky. Shanky is now a whole model, but she was a whole serious poet. So then now that is my beginning phase in Nairobi. We used to have a lot of poetry spaces. Okay. So again, I am using this so that I don't give like a one defining moment, really. Because it's been a whole journey. Yeah. We used to have street poetry. We used to have Fatuma's Voice. We used to have used to have poetry spot. Oh my God, we used to have so many poetry events. Normally, by the way, guys, back in the day, you'd go to Fatuma's and then went a poetry spot, and then Thursday ungoje poetry after lunch. Like, there was always a routine, and we were like a very close-knit community. That time we weren't being paid. Just so you're asking. Ni passion too. And the fact that you're looking forward to meeting your people. And that's how I remember I met Glady Mwende. This is my third defining moment now. Glady tells me about she wants to start forums where we're talking about sexual and gender-based violence. And so Anika happens. Oh, wow. So Glady I met through Slam, Fatuma's and all these things. We sit down as a committee, myself, her, a lady called Vanessa Umbura, and I invite Robin Omeka, and there was Desmond Ogubi. So we start Anika. And that's the very first time I start organizing events.
Interesting.
10 years later, I have a portfolio of 100 events.
Wow. That's amazing.
Forums, yeah, thank you so much. Forums, and then now my own individual events as spontaneous are 7. Okay. And I remember the Anika Forums is what now invited us to communities of artists. I was the artist manager then. I mean, there was not a lot of money, guys. We were just giving people 3,000. That time it was a lot of money. Do you remember? We're being paid 200 shillings. And then now
it's 3K.
Now you're the one who's giving people 3,000 shillings to be able to perform. No. We had the likes of Vijana Barubaru. That's why we all started with Akina Vijana Barubaru.
Oh wow.
You know, Iyani came into the picture when Nile Daughter was doing her first show.
Wow.
I was the stage manager. Iyani curtain raised for Nile Daughter.
What?
That's how I
That's
met
interesting.
You know, Costa Ojuang
Oh.
alikuanga poetry after lunch.
Oh, wow.
I am looking at the scene right now. And I'm just like, you guys. Watu wanajua tulianza pamoja, really.
Damn.
Watu wanajua, you know. See, I remember recently during Mashujaa concert, so we met me, Iyani, Vijana Baru, and it felt like a whole reunion. Because we're like, hey, excuse me, we are on very different spaces. We don't get to see each other as much. So, back to the story. So then now Anika begins. And we start organizing these events. And one of the key things that really stood out for me when we were planning Anika through Sema Anika forums, this leveled us up. We met a lady called Nafula Wafula. Nafula Wafula is one of the reasons why I now I got a chance to perform at corporate events.
Okay.
You know? My first show in the corporate event nilipwa 5,000. At that time it was money.
It was good money.
It was money, my friends. It was money. Nowadays, if you tell me that, I tell you, I know people. I am a leader of Female Poets Kenya. I will get you people to come and perform for you.
Makes sense.
But that's where I met Nerima Wako. Nerima Wako was the first person with Liboy, the now Liboy, the Queen Liboy herself, were the first people to shoot my first interview.
Wow.
In Nairobi.
Interesting.
At that time, Liboy was called Sharon. And you look back and you just wonder how, like, venye hizo journey zimekuwa ziki, you know. So now that passes. And then I do my very first album in 2018. It's called Gaining Grip Experience.
I remember.
You know, Gaining Grip Experience. Oh! I was so excited to do this show because Sage had agreed to come.
What?
You know, just so niko sure kuna watu wanasikiza pale wanashangaa Sage ni nani. Cause I feel so alive. That's Sage. Nobody will tell me yada alikuwa naimba na Octopizo. Sage says, so I reach out to her and I tell her, I used to be such a huge fan of Sage. And I tell her, oh my word, I want you to come for my show. And she's like, I got you. And she comes. And then there was Purple Diva. Nakumbuka Purple Diva wa TPF, Tusker Project Fame.
Yeah.
She still exists now, but now as Nyawira
the
Doreen.
siren.
Oh, the siren. Yes. Nyawira. Nyawira. I remember the time I was in the house. Nikiwa tulikuwa campus akiwa TPF. Sindio? Tusker Project Fame hapa inalikuwa so tuko na Nyawera, naona Nyawera kwa screens. And then naambia Made, udem ni mnoma. And then my mom says, what do you mean? And I'm like, one day I'll meet this woman. My first why am I forgetting? When I came to Nairobi, Rick Spoit called me for a show at Paya Art Center. Guess who I went to perform with? Nyawera.
Okay.
15. So
right.
anyways, then I do my album in 2018. I did it with Jabali Africa. I know. I look back and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, wow.
So Justo Asikoy from Jabali was the first person to record my album. Liboy was also recording with Justo. And then we finally get to do the album. And then 2018. And then I get my first show that actually pays my rent. Wacha Mungu itu.
Kumbe art inalipa.
Art inalipa, my friend. My mom passed on in 2016.
Sorry to hear.
It's okay. Thank you. So it's 2017. I'm in 2018. I think around 2018. So that's the first time I actually got into a podium. And I was paid... Oh, guys, that was the first time I was paid in USD.
Huh? Okay. Ngapi?
Haikuwa mingi.
Lakini at least.
Lakini nilipa rent. It was $300.
Oh.
It was $300.
Back then ilikuwa pesa mzuri.
That was good money. That money paid my rent for 4 months.
Oh.
Because nilikuwa naishi nilikuwa mdogo. Nilikuwa naishi ndio kwa bedsitter. Nitafuta pesa. And I think I was ililipa rent yangu ya 4 months. So that was also very defining. But before that actually happened, I was living with my uncle. And we used to have a lot of conversations around, why are you so head-bent on doing poetry? It will not put food on the table.
Oh.
You know? And I remember there was a time I was so heartbroken. I went down on my knees and I told God, you have given me this gift. If it cannot pay me, remove it. I remember telling him, just remove it, because I can't be fighting with my family over a gift that you've granted. Dada, it is in that year that I was paid. And I remember saying, the following years when I was paid, and I remember saying, God, thank you for showing me that I can actually take this up. I'm sure some people are wondering, why am I saying that I'm turning 10 years? We started together in 2013. But in 2015, I forgot to mention, I went for the Go Down Creative Entrepreneurship course. That then charted my way forward as a creative. And then now, I think around 2018, I ended up, dreams come true. My grandpa went to Harvard.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
My grandpa went to Harvard. And I remember when my mom was telling me, I told God, I think I told God that one day even me, I'll go to Harvard. I'll break that record. So now, moving forward to, I think, 2018, I got a chance. I was called in for Harvard Copyright X.
Ooh. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Amazing things.
Through art, man. Through art. And so, after that, I think years moving forward is when... Hey, why am I forgetting the first time I got an award? So I got nominated for an award. That was also a very defining moment for me. Nile unasikianga watu wanasema, it was Extreme Awards. So, list imetoka, and then unaambiwa your name is on Extreme Awards and you're wondering, Mimi!
Bado ni mimi.
And that was also very defining. I was nominated, I didn't win then. And then I was nominated again for Cafe Ngoma Awards. And that was beautiful, because now Cafe Ngoma treated us so professionally, asking us for our photos, telling us that was very defining for me. Because when they called, I asked them, how do you know? What do you know? How do you know about me? And they said, you've been doing such a beautiful job. So Cafe Ngoma does like a whole background check for a year before they release a list. So I get nominated for Cafe Ngoma Awards. That was very defining. But I think in that space and that season of just recognizing that, this art is started out as a passion. It's now becoming actually a business. And it's actually teaching me how to even run an organization. And then now here we are, we're winning awards. And allow me to fast track that, because this year we were in South Africa. And I was with these amazing artists who have won Grammy Awards. And 10 years in, I can now say, I'm ready for a Grammy,
Wow.
So now, aya turudi kunyuma sasa.
Tupeleka mbele turudi nyuma.
Very important. So, all these things are happening, and I'm just shook. I'm just shocked. I'm just like, this is possible,
Yeah.
It's not without... you're asking the defining moments. Let me not go to the challenges first.
Yes, we'll come to those, by the way.
Come to those ones. Another defining moment. So 20, so then there's the awards, there's the shows. I really do get into the corporate space. I never imagined that one day I'll be doing art as something that champions for policies.
Wow.
For policy shifts. And that art can also be a valuable voice that can be added onto these documents. When you think about policy, it's very foreign. It's far away. It's the government and all these things. And now to be invited for like spaces like 100 most loved brands by women, and to be able to shape how the market space looks at women, it was very interesting for me, I remember I won the Femnet Award.
Nice.
And thank you. We bless the Lord.
Hallelujah.
The Femnet Award was
honestly, you come a long way.
I know. The more I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, wow.
It's been a journey.
Oh, that happened.
What 10 years looks like.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, this is the first actual interview I'm having on my 10 years. Oh my God.
We are honored.
And who thought that it would be from the one person who's seen me from day one as a spoken word artist?
Tumetoka mbali. Kwanza wewe umetoka mbali zaidi. Like, I like the way you've been consistent, and the fact that there's a place you talked about, the way like even parents don't see like art as something valuable, especially when it comes to stuff like spoken word, poetry, nini. They don't see it like something that you can make money from. But your journey has sort of, rewritten that story.
We pray it continues to rewrite because bado kuna watu wangu nyumbani wanaulizanga zile vitu unafanyanga.
Ni gani hizo?
I can't wait for the time they'll actually be able to say, yes, she's a spoken word artist and she does make a living out of it. I can't wait for the day I'll be able to say, I am fully doing this just as a spoken word artist. But also other defining moments, still on the defining, we did a book called Give the Woman Her Flowers.
Oh, wow.
Why this is so nini for me is because so Fatuma's Voice used to be hosted at Power 254.
Yeah, I remember.
Power 254 took me through Kevin and then now the whole team. Took me in as a creative who now they would continuously have on their radar whenever there are conversations around advocacy and all these things. So they've seen me as well from right 2015 all the way.
Yeah.
Power has really like all the creatives we're seeing right now, most of them have tiered Power 254. And so Give the Woman Her Flowers for me was a very big deal. Because, everybody has someone they would want to meet in their lifetime. I wanted to meet Sitawa Namwali.
Yeah.
She's such a powerful, powerful woman. And now, Sitawa is actually the one who was doing the mentorship for Give the Woman Her Flowers.
Interesting.
Yo, I was mind blown. And to get an opportunity to co-produce the show with her.
Wow.
It was...
What haven't you done?
That was a defining moment. I'm about to cry. And I got an opportunity to work with incredible art creatives, the likes of Akina Wangoi, Akina Wanjiru. Like there were a lot of very interesting creatives. Akina Just Wairimo. That's when I was being introduced to the new crop of female creatives as well. COVID times is the time I got an opportunity to perform in so many different countries virtually. That was also a very defining moment.
Okay.
It's interesting how God works, because it's during that COVID season that I was like, a friend of mine called Desmond was able to organize a show where we helped out, and the likes of Zenia Manasseh performed on that show. Okay. The likes of Lisa Oduor performed on that show.
Interesting.
It was very interesting, you know, and that's just the time when Zenia had already been ninied about with Beyonce and all that. It was very exciting to just watch what art can do and the kind of people you can meet.
Yeah.
But the most interesting thing, I always tell people that my art is governed by God himself. again, I say this so out loud. So many people ask me, why don't I have a manager? But it's because I believe God is my manager. I cannot explain how I have been able to be on certain spaces and certain doors. And I kid around a lot telling guys, I don't want to be an Israelite where I start asking for a king and then now I start facing problems. So up until God decides that now he has tailor-made a specific person to manage my work, I will wait. And I'm still waiting. So in 2020, when times was super hard for some of the creatives, most actually.
True.
God opened doors in a way that I had shows online mostly more than nini, and I was being paid.
Oh wow.
For these shows.
Uko tu kwa nyumba na practice tu kwa shower.
Niko hapo na practice kwa shower, man, unatumiwa 100 USD.
Wow.
You know, and I think in that year I made more money as a creative than I did as an 8 to 5.
What?
Because I was also employed.
Oh.
If I compare my salary plus what I made in the art space, I made so much more. Because I usually keep track of how much
you make
in between, you know.
Makes sense.
And that was also a very defining moment, just reminding me that God is always in control one or another, you know. And then now that season petered. Now, you know, you start growing.
Yeah.
And the red card starts changing. Lords.
Utachukua 100 sasa anymore.
No, God has been faithful. God has been faithful. God has been very faithful. So now Give the Woman Her Flowers, we are past that. When Give the Woman Her Flowers was happening, I had a serious mind block. And I didn't know. You know, so, backstory. 2016, my mom passes on. 2017, I go through a severe depression.
Sorry.
2019, we're planning Gaining Grip Experience 3. I lose my cameraman, Haniel, and I also lose...
That's sad.
I know, Sabwami. And I also lose Nyacharo Garang, the late Dan Nyacharo Garang, in a span of 3 months.
Oh, wow.
So, this phase of my life, I am heartbroken. I can't write. I have a brain freeze. I'm only writing for, like, kazi kikuja, ninaandika. So, why Give the Woman Her Flowers was very defining for me was because for the first time, I was now penning down my actual heart. Like, Sitawa made us go through the real deal.
Yeah.
You know? And I remember telling her, I don't know if I can write now. I wrote. My Lord, I wrote. And that's when now my fire for writing again for me as well came back.
Were those poems based on grief?
There were grief poems. There were happy poems. Oh, that's where one of the poems. Can I do it?
Yeah, sure.
It's my favorite to date. And so many people have been hearing it. It's called Kipepeo. Kipepeo, pepea, pepea, pepea. Have you watched her lately? It's like her reflection is in oneness with herself. It's like her cast shadows are falling off her eyes. Can you see how she glitters, searching and locking every connection as though it was written? That's how to be an African queen. To talk bold in silence, to walk unafraid, to ooze of love, 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 without saying a word. Yani kipepeo, pepea, kipepeo, pepea. You know, that's where that piece came.
Wow.
And that piece was talking about me seeing light. Like me coming back, realizing
to yourself.
It's been a long time, man. You know, and coming back to the artistic space. So that was also a very defining moment for me. And then my other defining moment, hey, I've had a lot. But let me... I didn't realize there've been a lot like that.
But I'm glad that I'm part of the process. We need to hear these defining moments, honestly. Yeah.
The other defining moment is now... Burundi! Burundi becomes a defining moment.
Okay.
So, you remember how I said I didn't like competitions and auditions?
Yeah.
So, can it be Poetry After Lunch? I like to call him the godfather or the founder of Poetry After Lunch. That's currently under the wing of Kenya Cultural Center. Wow. So, can it be calls me, doesn't tell me, God is interesting, doesn't tell me it's an audition, he just tells me, you come. And when Can It Be calls me, we come. Because also Poetry After Lunch is a platform I grew in so much. Yeah. So now, I get there and it's an audition. But I was ready. I figured I was ready, and I actually won.
Wow!
And I won a trip to Burundi because they were looking for people to take to Burundi.
Interesting.
And that's the first time I actually get to fly out with my work as a spoken word artist.
Hello.
Hey, see God. Hello. See God. So I get to Burundi. Why this is also defining. We had gone for Jama festival. In Jama, so in Burundi, guys speak Hurundi, Rwanda, and Swahili mixed.
Yeah.
So technically, if you're speaking full Swahili, it's a problem. If you're speaking full English, it's a problem. You know how, Maya Angelou, people will forget what you said, but they will not forget how you made them feel. I understood that term in Burundi.
Ooh, okay.
Because we were on stage. So we shared, that was the first time we also shared a stage with Kenneth B. And we got into chants, and Ken was chanting and chanting and chanting. And then I'm doing this piece in English. And you can see people celebrating. And you can tell for sure they're not getting a thing except the Kenyans. And then you leave the stage. And you know how you've impacted is when they say, they can talk to you, but they're just like, this is beautiful.
Nice. Well
so
done.
That was a very defining moment for me. And then I come back to Kenya. KUTV and Y254. These are the spaces that have really held me down when you think about media.
I remember seeing your interviews on KUTV.
I'm sure you might be wondering, did I have shares at KUTV?
You are regular. Yeah.
But it's because of one Boni.
Interesting.
Boni is even part of my crew that always helps me plan shows. And it's one of the and Israel Kagiri's show. Those are some of the shows that really zilinikuza kama msanii wa kwanza. And then I got to this lady, I'm forgetting her name, why she cried when I was performing, and it was an interview on the media. I've forgotten her name. That was also a very defining moment. And I realized we started talking, it was on Mother's Day. We started talking about mothers and that's most of the time the reception I receive is, thank you so much, you spoke for me and all that. But that was the first time I was seeing someone one-on-one getting teary. And she had to say, let's take a break first. And then now we went back, and I was like, the power of words.
True.
The power of words. And so that, among many other ones, maybe to just mention, tuingie kwa disia juu. Nikaanza kuponda and ponda and ponda. It's just a lot, But this year, something, guys, you probably don't know. The better part of the end of my last year, 2023, September 2023 is when I lost my job. Okay. And then, you know how you tell God, I want to do art full time. I don't want to do any other thing. God, please. It happened.
Anakujibu, anasema, yes.
Anajibu maombi. Hey! Shit!
Oh my God.
1 year of being a full-time creative.
Wow.
I
had a good run, yeah?
I will not lie. Fellow creatives who are probably listening, you relate. The amount of faith creatives have, including myself. No, it was added then. More.
Nkaile ya mustard seed.
Say. I'm not even kidding.
Wow.
You don't have work. You know, I was used to, when I had work, me and Willie Oeba do a lot of social media strategy behind the scenes. So we trend conversations on Twitter. Oh, you can call us for that. We do a really good job on advocacy wise.
Yes.
So we used to have like a lot of advocacy campaigns. That time I'm at work, have a lot of shows. And then, you know, when they say when it dries, the well dries. So when I lost my job, I even lost these consultancy opportunities.
Oh no. Damn.
And you know, I remember someone saying that sometimes you don't realize, but when you lose your 8 to 5, you sort of lose everything. You lose the networks, you lose the connections. And the aura of frustration can be felt, you know, and desperation as well. I used to like DM and reach out to people, inbox, Nico, like, guys, I am able to do this. Please give me work, you know. I'm willing to volunteer. Because I kid you not, I was thinking, nitaka kwa nyumba, I'll go crazy, I'll go mad. And it was a very defining moment why I became a full-time creative. For the first time, I focused fully on Spontaneous, the poet as a brand, and without any other thing on the side. And I remember my friend saying, hey, you're online a lot lately. That's the time I did Cheating Chronicles, the show. And it was beautiful to experience that. And to experience now my co-founder of Female Poets Kenya. That's when Female Poets Kenya happened.
Yeah.
You know? I'm forgetting the year, but we lost one of our female poets to suicide.
So sorry to hear.
It's okay. I didn't know her as well. And it really bothered me. Oh, I'm talking about this as if Elena is not part of Female Poets. Oh, guys, Elena is part of Female Poets Kenya as well. So, it really, but we never really got to talk about how Female Poets Kenya began. Right?
Yeah, I know.
So, it's during that season that people are reaching out and asking me, what's her burial arrangements?
Oh, wow.
I didn't know her. I felt so guilty. I felt so bad because I was just thinking, if people believe that I should be so aware of what's going on in the industry, surely I should definitely. It felt like a wake up call.
Yeah.
You know. And so that's how Female Poet started. I figured I just wanted female poets to get to know each other, to get to know there's actually a platform that they can just meet. I'm being serious. I didn't have a plan. I just knew I wanted to create a WhatsApp group. And I remember asking my mentor, should I? And he's like, what's the worst that could happen? You can just put up the WhatsApp group and ask people to join the link. 3 days in, we have 100 people. I'm like, Ngoja, we have 100 people. What are we going to do with 100 people? I wasn't ready. And I am so glad that happened because we were just talking with Helen a few hours ago actually, about how it's through this community that then we've been able to meet other really amazing female creatives, likes from different counties. We're actually in 8 counties, from the likes of Felicity to Maxi, so many people, Rhea back in Coast, Apondi back in Coast. So that was also a very defining moment in my lifetime. And I remember Winnie Madoro. Winnie Madoro is a HR, acting HR at Female Poets Kenya. And when we were working, we are still working on our 5-year strategic plan. And I remember her saying, Spontaneous, is this how you're going to remove us from 8 to 5? See, God. And I laughed. I laughed because when God was planting the seed, I didn't think of it in that light, really. But that's what it became. And now we are here, and I'm thinking, this could actually be the legacy, you know?
Yeah.
And so now FP, Female Poets Kenya, also became such a huge defining moment in my life. That's really part of what I do. This year. Aye. So remember when I was saying, now let me take you back kidogo to last year. What I didn't say about that year is I cried so much. I broke down, not one. I kept asking God, what's the plan? You know?
Yeah.
And we had FPK, yes. But then I was like, God, how am I still ask myself that question, but now with a lot of ease and a lot of grace and a lot of faith. How am I going to be able to? You've given me the flock. Please give me the strength to be able and the blessing and the ability to be able to pay people. You know, because you can provide exceedingly abundantly above, beyond all we could ask or imagine, as per how your word says, you know. And that time I was breaking down is because my life was crumbling. I had just, you know, according to my eyes, my life was crumbling. According to Shiki's eyes, and thank you, Lord, for Shiki. According to her eyes, I was blossoming because I just started school. And she was like, Steph, it's been 10 years. Mark you, I cleared in 2014. So I started school in 2023. So it's technically 9 years hapo. Kama sijakanyaga class.
Wow.
And now, you know,
a long time,
it's been a long time. And now we're doing the digital communication as a master's. And she was like, it became a defining moment when I sat on that class and I realized, oh, this is working for, like, hizi vitu zote nataka kufanya kama branding, kama nini. They're all being covered in this one course, you know.
Wow.
And I didn't know that I'll learn stuff to do with a lot, website development. Okay, I actually took the course because I wanted to learn how to do my website because I couldn't afford a web designer.
Interesting.
I know, but then you ended up now realizing how digital communication is a course that every creative should actually take, because then it takes you through all the stages of being a PR to being a content creator.
Nice.
Everything that needs to shape your world as a business person. So that was also very defining. Something interesting. Say something interesting.
Something interesting.
Again, Shiki was right. So I get into, because I'm doing it at the USIU. Terian Chebet.
Oh wow. Okay.
Happened to be at that time one of my classmates.
Interesting. Oh.
God is a God of wonders, guys. Terian organizes shows. So this one time she's organizing this. She just started a Facebook page for women. I've forgotten the
African,
name.
whatever.
African Women League.
Something, yeah.
Yes. So she tells me, oh, I'm doing my show and I don't have an MC. Because I called her and I asked her, Terian, how can I help in this show? And then she tells me, hey, I don't know, but I don't have an MC. And then she says, you can actually be an MC. I'm like, no. I've never done emceeing before professionally. Mark you, this show, Matakarua is coming. Oh. So it's like having like some serious big wigs pale, and I'm wondering. And then she tells me, don't worry, I got you. Terian Chebet is such a beautiful soul. And thank you, Terian, if you're watching and listening.
Women holding spaces for other women.
You know, women holding... So I go there, I do my job, and then ikaisha, and then she tells me, I owe you one.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, not really, because you know, you've opened this skill nini that I didn't think I had. Fast forward, I get an email. Terian calls me randomly and tells me, oh yeah, send me your portfolio right now and your EPK. I send her. 3 hours in, I get an email from Forbes Women Africa.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, these people, how do they even know me?
Interesting.
You know? I'm shocked, first of all. I'm delighted. I'm excited. I call Kama Kawaida Enigma. And I tell him, yo, I've got an email from Forbes Women. And then I sit and then I ask myself, wait, what weird thing happened today? And then I remember, Terian called me. So I call her back and I ask her, Terian, did you by any chance, are you the reason I'm receiving a certain email? And she's like, oh, they sent you an email already.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my word.
The networks.
And then, of course, you guys know the story of how we couldn't, at the first, they weren't going to offer transportation or accommodation or anything. And then Terian nudges me and asks me, you want to tell me you don't have friends who can changia you?
It was for the South African trip.
Oh,
nice.
Because it's in 3 weeks and we need like 70,000 in 3 weeks. Like, man, in 2 months ningeza afford. 3 weeks napata 70,000. So she nudges me and tells me, her and a friend of mine called Joyce Kimani. So they nudge me and tell me, just Joyce tells me, write a list of people who might be able to support. Terian tells me, man, you cannot miss on people who will be able to fundraise for this. And they push me.
Yeah.
With another friend called Joyce as well.
Mi ningeweka kwa list. As the first ones.
And then that's how that. Wait, uko kwa list?
Ukuweka?
Nilikuwa. Auko kwa group?
Mi ukunieka. Hata ukunikumbuka.
In my defense. Nilieka link kwa status yangu. Nikasema, anyone who would like to support me, please click on this link and join my WhatsApp group.
But uleka Terian.
Of course.
At least.
Of course. And eventually, Forbes actually eventually paid for the transport, for the accommodation, for my... And still, again, another defining moment. Even with Forbes coming through, friends still changad money and we had 100K.
Wow. That's amazing.
And they're just saying, oh, thank you. They're just saying, you need pocket change. You need to buy clothes. You need to buy this. You need to buy this. And that also was very defining for me because I have never, again, I am so scared of asking for help, guys. If you know me, I am very... So being able to ask for help like that and then being able to see people actually come through, it keeps on reminding me of the fact that no human being is an island. And when you need help, just ask.
True.
And that was very defining. So yeah, so I get into Forbes.
South Africa.
You know, for me, it wasn't... You know how you told Cinderella stories? And then Cinderella lienda kapata nguo mzuri, akajipa. I felt like a whole Cinderella. Because I felt like it was a dream. It was like, how do you have Grammy Award winners in the same space? You know? How God, the way God works, I don't know. And then you come back and you've created this network of very beautiful, something defining about Forbes again. I remember us telling God, sasa nenda kumix now. Will I fit in? You know?
Yeah.
And then I meet people who are prayerful. Like God just fashioned me with guys who believe in Him. And I was amazed. Because I remember one of my biggest prayers has been, may the wealth that I receive, may people be able to believe that God can actually give you this kind of wealth. You know, like may I be an example. Because for a long time, wealth is associated with Illuminati, associated with, you know. And I was just like, I want to be those people who guys see and say, God did it. And if God did it for spontaneous, God can do it for everybody else. And so when I went to that space, And these are people who we admire. And to hear them talk about God zealously and talk about Jesus Christ zealously, I was like, God, your people
we are here
too. So me, I'm ready. I also want to tour I want to globe trot. I'm looking forward to globe trotting. Thank you, Lord, that you've made it possible. You know, so that was also very defining. And then coming back home and then having this new solidified unit of friends and family. That was the first time my family actually called me in on call when I was in SN. They're like, oh, this is what you do? Man, it's been 10 years. No, for them it's been since 1998. It's hitting them in 2025.
Wow.
You know, and the only person who like really held me like that, I have a shout out to my auntie, my aunties and my mom as well. But it's taken time, for the whole family to come together and say, hey, sasa tunaona nini unafanya. No, it kind of makes sense. And that really stood out for me. I'm really thankful that happened, because then now also that solidifies the fact that if you stick to what God has planned for you and trust and believe and keep at it, He will guide. So and now on to my final defining moment. Oh, not almost final. I actually won a gender equality award this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you so. Yani ni defining moment ninajibu na wana.
No, honestly, I kind of feel like what your defining moment is like what your journey has looked like from day one.
From day one.
You've kind of explained from when you started as that girl who didn't know how spoken word looked like. The whole process of you being mentored from all the different spaces you've been, whether it's Power 254, Fatuma's Voice, and all these things. You know, I don't know. I feel like you've even summarized.
Man, wait. Now that you even mentioned that, something else that was very defining for me was the Ashuja concert.
Okay.
Because of the piece, When a Young Blood Bleeds. When a young blood bleeds. When a young blood bleeds by the bullet, in a silence, there goes a lineage cut off from you. When a young blood bleeds by the endless scrolls in your silence, there goes a blue uniform walk scot-free. When a young blood bleeds till the trenches are filled in your silence, there goes a ticking bomb waiting to explode. Here comes a generation ready for justice. When a young blood bleeds is a poem that I had written.
Deep stuff.
It's a piece I had written I think 3 years. Remember the Kyanjakoma brothers, the ones with dreadlocks. I wrote it at that time. You know. Okay. But then see God. So now 2024. No, 2023, 2024, 2023. I do a project with Peace Tree Network on researching on the impact. This is a milestone, guys. This is where my art and research combined. I did statistics in campus. So we did a research on the impact of artivism on police brutality. And then out of that research, when I was doing my reporting and presentation, I happened to perform that piece courtesy of my executive director pushing me to do it. And as a result of that, the donors, IFA, offered to actually, waliniuliza if I have this video out, and I didn't have a video, and they funded it.
Oh, wow.
I was like, that was very defining, because it took from just being a poem on stage to a poem recorded to now that poem. The first screening of that poem was done at the UN summit in New York.
Oh, wow.
And then that, same poem was the one that was now used as an educational tool at Aberystwyth University in the UK.
Interesting.
And that poem is now what led to me performing at Mashujaa concert. A moment of silence for the people we lost, during the Mandamano. It's the same poem. As a result of that, I got an interview for the first time in my life with Reuters. Reuters was the reason why I got an opportunity to speak at Al Jazeera, at CNN, at BCC. That was the first time I got some serious international in conversational interviews. And that was very defining because it's because of that poem and the research that we did that I was able to do Shadow to Strength, the show last year.
Wow.
And this Shadow to Strength actually had one of our artists called Cocktail who got shot during the show. Eric Omondi. Eric Omondi had a show. I think he doesn't even know. But your show yake, only one person was shot, and that was my friend Cocktail.
Was he the guy we met at Forum Civ the other time who was limping?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Cocktail, off of Shadow to Strength, Cocktail ended up doing an album called now Shadow to Strength. And he's now releasing this album in October 19th. And anatumio album ku fundraise. Please help. He's using this album to fundraise for his last surgery as a result of being shot last year, October 20th. But you seeing the pattern, it's this same piece that led to so many other things. And now we are doing our 10 years, guys. Those have been my defining moments. Now we're doing Queens at 10.
Hello.
And we're launching Female Poets Kenya officially.
Wow.
Hey, na kama mjanunua tikiti, my friends. Hey.
Watu wanunue tikiti.
Nunueni tikiti.
Tikiti pesa ngapi?
Tikiti is 2010. 2010.
Oh, wow.
2010 for one person. 4010 for a very important person who doesn't want to mix with us commoners. But you actually get to get out with the merchandise from Queens.
Wow.
8010 for the one who wants a VIP banquet experience, sipping on some wine while listening to some poetry and music and art. And 10010 for the guys who want to come in as friends, kama sisi hivi watano, and you get an extra ticket if you're 5.
Wow.
So yeah, those have been my defining moments, my God. We thank God. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. You've had quite the journey, honestly. Now I'm wondering, what have been the most challenging moments you've also had?
Oh,
if you can give us 2 or something.
Nisiseme mingi sasa. Hey.
Yeah, what has been their biggest challenges?
It's one thing to be able to build a community. It's another thing to watch you losing a team. 2019, I mentioned it in passing. When you were planning Gaining Grip Experience, I lost Haniel Sabwami, my photographer. Haniel came to me. We were doing a show, a basketball show. And Haniel came and told me, "Can I be a photographer?"
Oh, okay.
That's how we met.
Nice.
And I said yes. So we will be going for interviews and all these things together.
Aww.
And he said yes. And I asked him, "But I can't pay your transport." And he said, "I don't want."
He'll just show up.
I'll just show up. I believe in your dream. I want us to do this thing together. And then there's Dan Nyacharo, the late. Dan was helping me come up with a brand, with a pitch deck. At that time, I was very young. I didn't know how to do pitch decks, guys. Now, nimeiva. By that time, I didn't know how to do pitch decks.
Yeah.
And Dan passes on when we are in the middle of planning venye tunenda kuongelesha Safaricom na sijui nani. My heart has never broke the way it did. That was hard for me. tulikuwa tumebaki na team ndio, lakini to lose 2 people in a span of 3 months.
That's sad.
And the people believe in your passion. It's the hardest, man. Not to mention I'd lost my mom.
Yeah.
My mom was the reason why I did my first ever song. And alinipeleka studio wa kwanza.
Wow.
So for me, grief has been my devastating times in the art space. Of course, the other challenge I have had is there's challenges, but I like to talk about challenges and solutions. So I still recognize that I'm just thankful that there have been my team members, Akina Robin, Akina Des, who never gave up, even in times when I couldn't function during that gaining grip season. So special thanks to these angels. My other toughest season was, of course, when I got sick, 2019. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. God is faithful. It's a chronic pain illness. And I was in so much pain for a long time. Now I'm healing. I believe I'm healing. I was in so much pain. I had a lot of brain fogs, brain freeze. Forgot a lot of things. I would go for shows and forget my pass. That was very embarrassing. MC anaenda pale anasema, kama umeona pass flani na kani nini ya spontaneous.
Wow.
Those were very tough times. I got really depressed. I went through a whole suicide ideation period. I remember what got me out of that was Nile daughter.
Wow.
I remember Nile is, we come from way back.
Yeah.
And she's my best friend. And I remember I call her Jules. I remember Jules telling me, if you die, I will die also.
Oh, wow.
And I remember asking myself, nikufe ndio sasa tena niende niwe huko. Mimi ndo nimefanya kadai. Siwezi. I cannot live with that guilt. Nowadays she can tell me you go die. And we laugh about it. And they laugh about it because I remember actually this year is when we were joking and she was like, you go die. And then I was like, tumetoka mbali. We can laugh about it because it's been a journey. And I had some people keep asking me, how did I just put on weight? My people, I was on steroids for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the only way I could function. And that's why I put on weight. And I didn't love myself. I didn't love my body. I didn't love life. Yeah. I couldn't understand what was happening. Like, I just felt like I had lost myself. So that was hard. And writing was also a problem during that period. So that was also a very challenging time. However, again, God always ensured I had friends and family by my side. And so I'm really thankful. Mse, bishte yako akiwa suicidal. Oh, wewe kuja tu kae na yeye mahali yuko. Me, that helped me. They didn't have to say anything. I cried so much. I used to cry a lot. I was so sad. I was so sad that sadness could not even understand what that sad was. You know. And it's taken time to now wake up and just say, in fact, this year is when I feel most alive. I feel like my mom passed away in 2017. Yeah. We are on 2025. 2024, those are 8 years. Yeah. I started feeling alive in 2024. This year is when I feel like I'm a 1-year-old child again. Like, the very simple things were hard to do. Talking about the challenges that I have experienced as a creative, we had talked about grief and loss and health, the loss of health, and suicidal ideations, of course. We thank God that is all in the past, in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. I think the other key challenge that every creative will actually tell you is finances. I'm thankful that we are not where we used to be, where ulikuwa unalipwa na exposure unapatiwa fare, you know. But also something that's very important to recognize is that sometimes you have really good days where you have so many shows coming in. And one thing that I've learned even as a creative is to save up for rainy days. Because you're never too sure. Again, you're never too sure when the next show is going to come. And sometimes it happens when your brand value changes, you know. So umetoka mahali unalipwa $100, umefika mahali unalipwa $300, and then now you're probably talking about $1,000. And then of course now if you're shifting your rates to $1,000, the question is, who's the clientele? You know, so the people who used to be your clientele back then feel like this rating is a challenge, you know. And even as an artist, you have to balance and remember and think about who's the person who held my hand when I was growing. So of course their rate changes definitely. But then now for this new flock, and I remember I was talking to my friend, and he was also saying he's experiencing such a problem where now his value is at $1,000 and the number of clients that he's getting are fewer and fewer. And when do you strike a balance between taking the $100 or taking the $1,000? I have had instances where some of my fellow poets had to take a hiatus for some time, because why? Now there are other poets who sound like you, rather they have wamependa sana kazi unafanya. There was a time we had so many mini koikares, you know. We ended up having so many mini poet teardrops. And now their ratings are kidogo.
Also there's like imitation.
Yeah, there's a lot of imitation. So the mimicking and maybe the organizations or the institutions, they are on a budget. They probably just have $100. And this new person who's sounding almost like the person they would want to have is open to needing that money, you know. So then the question is, how do you ensure there's a rating system? So I guess that those are some of the key challenges I've seen. I'm thankful that as a female creative, I've had the opportunity to get into so many shows that are of course male dominated. But then I see how sometimes in a poster of 10 men, you just have 2 women, you know. So of course, in itself, the statistics show that the performance spaces for female creatives is quite slim. However, that is shifting. More women are now creating their own shows. And I love that. I love the fact that it stopped being a Woishe story. And it actually became more women taking up these spaces. And that's why Female Poets Kenya is even here, to just try and respond to that situation where myself, Koi, yourself can share our 9-10 years of experiences in the industry and build on the crop of the other female creatives who are coming in. I guess those are the major challenges I would say. The family thing it's expected, it's in the society. Not 90% of the society that we've grown in, we millennials, who grew with Gen X's and baby bloomers, who did not recognize art as a way or means of making money, we've had to like intentionally choose art. But then the beauty again is the shift that we're having right now in the digital age. We're getting more content creators. People are actually making a living off the same. So it's easier to say that, yes, as a creative, you can actually make money. But of course, sustaining it is a question that we continue asking ourselves. Because they say easy come, easy go. But the gradual process is what helps you continue to build and continue to have like very deep roots that run deeper and can collect the water, you know. So yeah, I would say those are the key challenges I have seen in my 10 years of being in the art space.
10 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I think a lot of young people actually, there's like a lot of creatives who are upcoming and maybe they don't even know that they can actually make money from the art. Sometimes people just do it as a hobby.
I agree.
It's like, I'm passionate about this.
I agree, and that's why I like the fact that the new syllabus is taking into account spoken word as something to study, you know. We need more of such, because I have a feeling if I was a kid and I learned in my younger years that I could actually make money, I think I would have been in a very different space right now. I was just talking to one of the executive directors of an organization that really holds artists, and he was telling me that his child is an artist. And ako high school, hiyo time alikuwa high school na sasa ana get into campus, and she's already thinking about how she wants her brand to look like. She's thinking about her brand image.
Very intentional,
you know. And I think conversations around how do I find my voice, how do I create a brand, how do I do a brand audit for my own brand, who are the team members that I need, because for a long time, even in my growth, I as I mentioned earlier, of course at some point it's important to have an artist manager, to have an artist agent, to have a PR team, to have a social media person, you know. It's important to be, so that you just get to be the creative and not really take up all these roles, and to also just understand what are the different ways you can make money as a creative. One thing I have learned in my 10 years is asking questions go a long way. I'm glad that I would like to give a special shout out to Koi. In terms of the levels of creative entrepreneurship, you know, by the time she was 19, she was touring. You know? Wow. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And we were just having a conversation just a few minutes ago about how did that work. They had questions. Where do you get the money from to tour, to globetrot, you know? How do you eventually speak to regaining this money? Or even if you don't regain it, how do you get the right people who believe in your dream enough to want to invest with a trajectory of seeing how much you've put in the work? And by putting in the work, we mean, of course, writing your pieces, of course, performing in different stages. Right now, it's been there for a minute, but working with distribution companies, if you're putting out an album, how do you engage the distribution companies, you know, so that you're not only visible, but you also have money in your pocket. I believe even with this podcast, we're able to listen to it on Spotify and all these things. But where do you get this information? Especially for me, for the past 10 years, why not for applying for these workshops by the likes of Go Down Creative Entrepreneurship? I know British Council offers these workshops. Sanara Sandbox Ubuntu right now is offering a myriad of workshops for creatives to just be able to build their work as business people. I think this knowledge is very key if you are to consider art as kama form ya kutengeneza do. And there's money in the creative economy.
Yeah, a lot.
I was and it's beautiful that juzi nilikuwa nimeenda workshop ya Power 254 and ilikuwa validating workshop. They've done something on the impact of artivism on social, economical, and political development, and how much the creative economy is actually chiming out. And I think now having these kinds of data really put out there will help us to evidentiate our impact even as creatives, if we're thinking of having more investors and support systems financially. And I think also the part of, as a spoken word artist, how do you make money is very important to know. Like, it took, maybe Koi has never known this, but it took me seeing her push her book so hard for me to sit down and actually say, you can actually make money with selling books, you know. And even during the Give the Woman Her Flowers, I realized how watu walikuwa wamelipia ticket ya kukuja show, but they bought so many books, you know. I've seen Willie Hoeba do such an amazing job with it, and it's just consistency, and it's super repetitive. It's just his hoodie and t-shirts and all these things. So I think those are very important conversations to have. And remember how I was telling you, the Gen Zs and the Gen Xs put together are 62% in this country. This country is so young that our median age is 19. That's how young we are. So what does that mean? If creative entrepreneurship ikipelekwa kwa high schools, inamaanisha tutakuwa tuna churn out very good chunk of humans who are able to cater for themselves, you know. And now we won't be having cases of mental wellness and challenges of finances and all these things, I believe.
Wow, that's actually true. How important do you think is community in the life of an artist, and especially here in Kenya?
My God, community is everything. First of all, they say it gets lonelier at the top. It's not a lie. Worse even if you don't have a community. You know, because the higher you climb the ladder, the busier it gets, the more people fall off. You know, the more now you just start meeting, you meet fans and followers. But the people who keep you grounded are the people who saw you from the beginning. I have a set of friends who, when I go to them, I feel too. I can just be Akinyi, and I can just be Rachel. And it is important. I repeat, it is so important as an artist to have the people who remind you of where it all began. Because you can easily lose it.
True.
I mean, the spotlight, the limelight. You can be easily rude, easily forgetting people, easily mean, you know. But your values and the people you surround yourself with, na Mungu by default. Au ndio watu watakuhold down, even when now you are the queens of queens, which I believe I am, you know. Which I believe you also are, which I believe every creative who's out here is. God has given us so much grace and favor to be among kings and queens. That also equally makes us kings and queens. Question is, how do you ensure your humility is intact? And how do you ensure you do not walk a lonely road? Community. And how do you ensure you also build on your own skill sets? It's by sharing the information you have that you also learn something new. And even in times when I know for sure, ni obvious, tutazeeka, might not be able to be on stages the way we want to be. But it's the people that you held their hands who will be able to continue with the good work that you've been doing. And legacies are not built as one person. Legacies are built off of the communities you have built and rallied behind you.
Wow. Interesting. As a founder of
Yes.
initiatives like Anika and Female Poets KE, you've mentored people, you've seen people through their journeys. What do you hope to see for the next generation of poets and spoken word artists?
I see light. I see a lot of light. I can tell you for free, 10 years when we started, we could envision doing our own shows.
Nice.
And getting a living out of it. Now the crop of poets that we have are coming into a space where organizations are recognizing the power they hold. Companies want to invest better because there's a track record. Research is being done that's already showing there's a track record of the impact that art is giving. So I am looking forward to resiliently independent creatives who can stand firm and say that I do poetry for a living. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And not fidget because that's just the truth. That's
because it's the reality.
It is the reality.
That's nice.
Yeah. And that's the hope with Female Poets Kenya, you know? Female Poets Kenya's vision is to build a resilient community of female poets who are able to grow both economically, mentally, and community-wise. Yeah.
Wow. What should we expect from your show?
Oh!
That's on December 14th.
Hey, you're not ready.
And where can people even buy the tickets?
So the tickets can be bought on Jazza Tickets. Or you can just go on my Instagram page, guys. Just go on my Instagram page. You'll be able to see. It's the first thing I have pinned pale. My poster. Hapo chini ni link ya kununua tikiti.
And your Insta is, for those who might not know,
Spontaneous the Poet.
Okay.
Spontaneous the Poet. Uzuri kuna AI siku hizi na QWERTY na kusaidia tu kuspell kama kiko na misspell.
True. What keeps you grounded as an artist?
God.
Okay.
God keeps me grounded. I have had instances where I have doubted. Of course, when I started, I doubted a lot. Especially when that time when I was telling you my uncle asked me, will this put food on the table? I doubted. I went to God and told him, remove this gift. In the times when I felt work was taking away from the art as well, I asked him, niko naulizanga Mungu maswali. I've always been asking God about what this gift is meant to do. That's why I keep on saying my manager is God, you know. So he keeps me very much grounded. It's the one thing that I can't say I do on my own. Like, it takes him to move. There's certain shows I have gone to, there's certain events I have done that I can't start saying it's by my own strength. That would be a lie. So that's what keeps me grounded.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And what's like that thing that is your biggest inspiration for the kind of work you produce? Whether it's writing about, say, for example, gender-based issues, political issues, social issues, like, where does the inspo come from?
Healing.
Okay.
Healing. When I was a child, class 1 to 8, I was bullied a lot. Physical bullying. Being nywele yako inakuwa pulled, unatukanwa.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then I would go to the washroom and I would cry like no one's business. But poetry was the one thing that would keep me out of school. And I would get to travel and I would get to meet new people who'd love me. Probably because I was also doing a really good job in the arts. So that's something that really ilikuwa inanisaidia sana. And so every time I go on stage, I remember those days when I was young and one lady spoke for me, and I was in prime junior that time. I think I was in class 5 or 6. And I was really being bullied na nilikuwa nalia, and I was I think I wrote my first suicidal note. At that time, I only got to know about it when I was older. And I remember she took that piece of paper na kakimbia kapatia Mr. Jean. Mr. Jean came, don't know what he told the ninis, but the bullying stopped. And I thought to myself, it's because of that one voice that my toughest moment stopped. So every time I write pieces, I write to not only speak for myself, but also speak for the voices that feel silenced, and pray that either someone feels like they're ready for a call to action, they're ready to change their status quo, they're ready to shift their lives, they're healing in the process. If they've been holding on to tears, they're ready to tear up and start afresh. So that's why I do what I do. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Healing. So profound. Honestly.
Whether ninashautia gava, ni juu tu na feel kuna watu wana go through pain yenye they can heal from, but gava ifanye stuff right.
Yeah.
Whether naongea about mental health, it's because I also recognize I have my share of troubles with the same. And kipepeo for me is that piece that always... No, there's another piece. I pray you wake up whole and brave all your pains. I pray healing unfolds as you hear your head. 'Cause this life deserves a clean slate. Naomba uamke ukiwa sawa, naomba uamke ukiwa fiti. Imaisha haitaki stressi. I pray this poem finds you in the nick of time when you're about to choose someone else over yourself. I pray this poem reminds you of those dark times or even those dark clouds. I pray it reminds you of the light that shines eventually, of the breath, of your breath that only takes orders from above. Your piece really speaks to my soul, you know, like there's certain pieces I feel were always written not only for the people outside but also for myself. Hence the healing bit. The if I die tomorrow, let it be known that I found light in your presence, that I made it my dark ages, you kissed my nerve endings and taught me how to live again, how to breathe again. Because I have harnessed so much hatred within me, with each pump of blood I rage with racing memoirs of yesternights, but through you, dear Lord, I learned how to live again. Such pieces. Ooh, nipe mabawa, nipe mabawa. Such pieces are the ones that hold so much pain in my lifetime, but equally give me so much healing, you know. And the same way God is able to minister to me through the pieces I do is the same way I always pray that someone else is ministered to as well. Because I kid you not, before I go on stage, I literally tell the Holy Spirit, take charge and control. Because I believe my pieces are not for entertainment. And sometimes maybe that piece is just meant for that one person, and that's all that matters.
That's true.
You know, if it's gonna toss someone from the pits and bring them to life, that for me is fulfillment.
Wow.
Beyond all the glam, the glow, the money. But did someone hear? Did someone in the government actually hear that people are dying?
Yeah.
That the 10-year-old chessboard that we bought in 2007 is currently on fire. Did someone hear that? Were they shaken enough to want to change the status quo? Did someone hear that that every 3 minutes a woman dies out of femicide? Did it make them want to change the status quo? So for me, I don't do art for entertainment. I do art for healing, for a cause.
Wow, interesting.
You sound like you've not known me in a long time. You've known me, boy.
No, I do. But honestly, there's sometimes when you get to listen to people and have like deeper, meaningful conversations, you get to understand a little bit more.
More true.
Yeah. And what is that one thing you would tell your younger self?
Look at you! Oh, look at you!
Mama, I made it.
Look at yo. Able clap for yourself. Look at you. Look at you overcoming the fear. Look at you crying less and less and less. Look at you speaking out loud. Look at you inspiring a whole generation. Look at what God has turned around in your life. Man, look at you. God is faithful, eh? God is really faithful.
Metoka mbali. Honestly, I like that. I like you talked about your journey from, you said 1998 is when you started poetry,
Yeah.
I like the fact that you've stuck around all this long. Like it's been something you're passionate about, something you've been consistent about. So for me, like the lessons I draw from your journey is that somebody has to really be consistent. Like if you believe in something, you really need to pursue it relentlessly and be as consistent as possible. And it's never gonna be like, the journey is not going to be easy. There's going to be challenges along the way. There's times you'll feel like you want to break down, but then if you persist and keep pushing, then it's see you at the top.
Oh.
Yeah, I love that for you. And I also love the fact that you didn't give up, and also the fact that you've taken time to mentor other young women, because I feel like if you hold more spaces for women, especially in the creative, as you said, like sometimes you are called somewhere to perform, but there's more men performing than women. But if you hold more spaces for women in the creative space, then more women will be able to actually pursue their talents.
True.
Make or maybe earn a living from it and stuff like that. So it's actually very inspiring. And to know the fact that you moved from somebody like your uncle thinking that art cannot pay to a place where art is paying your rent, your bills and stuff like that. Art has taken you around the world.
Yeah.
And and you have
and meet people you never thought you'd ever meet in your lifetime.
Networks and stuff like that. Art has helped you learn what it takes to like run events, create an event from scratch.
Do social media. We get our opportunities as social media strategists because of being an artist.
Yeah.
How to advocate. How to do biashara, man.
Sindio? Una balance mavitabu. You're like, hapa tuna make loss ama. I know. It's honestly amazing.
Wow.
And I love that your journey, it's something that, like, if somebody looks at how far you've come in the last decade, you are a true testament of your consistency and putting in the work and believing in your dreams.
Oh, bless you. Oh, look at you. Oh.
You're doing well. I'm happy for you, honestly. I can't imagine, like, penye tulitoka from us just performing huko kwa tunini twa LD. To now you where you are, unaitwa na very big brands to go and do like performance stuff like that. It's really amazing, and I love that art is healing you and healing other people. Yeah.
Oh, Dada, thank you so much. And to think that I never really thought I even wanted to be a poet. When I was a kid, I knew I was going to be Mariah Carey. Those stories zingine mnaniambia ni by the way.
You can still be,
And I'm just thankful. Every time I'm on an interview, I don't fail to mention Mrs. Otieno. Joleni Charaza. aliniforce kukram poem. Nikamwambia poem ni ya watu hata wajielewi. I was those people, man. It's like for what hawajielewi, wanaishi tu kwa dunia zao. They don't live in the real world.
Wow.
Look at me now. Living in the real world and living it as a career and as a lifestyle. So I equally thank teachers who really play a huge role in kukuza talanta ya watu, you know. Even when the kid cannot even hajijui like that, but then the nini is aware that ako capable like that. So, and the mentors on our way, you know. I've had Mr. Karumba as my mentor in the career path. I've had Wayesu hold me down. Hey, tangu nianze. Wayesu has walked with me for years. Tangu go down creative entrepreneurship. So we'll be turning 10 years with him as well.
That's interesting.
And he came in as a facilitator, and then he held my hand in 2018 as my mentor all the way to date. And tomorrow, until it time, God atasema sasa time yake imeisha.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm really thankful for Oyatsi as well. I think above all, you are a summation of the things you surround yourselves with, the persons you surround yourself with. And for me, I haven't achieved all these things as spontaneous. It's been a community of people who believe in the work that have helped me, have shaped how I move. Na God akiwa at the center of it all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am a summation of all of you guys who keep on following, who keep on liking, who keep on buying, who keep on believing even in times I'm doubting. I'm a summation of all that. And I'm thankful.
Do you expect a book from you?
Yes! You are to have my book by December.
Exclusive.
I'm doing a pre-launch during my show. And then I'll be launching my book officially, God willing, again, on my birth month, May 17th next year. So, yeah.
Guys, good stuff coming ahead.
Thank you so much.
So there is the show in December, on December 14th.
Yes.
And then there's the book.
There's the book launch.
Wow.
God willing in May.
Yeah, and also launching Female Poets KE during the show.
Actually, yeah. So we had soft launching Female Poets Kenya. And there's supposed to be an FPK actual launch in March.
Nice.
On Women's Month. So.
Wow. Good stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
You're doing amazing.
Oh, thank you. Oh, and by the way, some of the FPK members are actually going to Ginger Poetry Festival.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Wait, tomorrow, Wednesday. So we're traveling for Ginger Poetry Festival on Wednesday. Shout out to Felicity Moody's, Poet Claire, and Scar Poetry for winning the opportunity to actually get to go for this festival. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what God has in store. Wow. Shout out to Wangoi Kimani. She's doing a brilliant job as a co-founder. Sana too.
That's a really good thing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us today.
Yes, thank you. It's been a journey.
I know. Yeah. Your story is a reminder that art is not just an expression. It's impact, it's advocacy, it's healing.
Oh, thank you.
And we can't wait to see what you have in store.
Hey,
for the next decade, what it brings you.
Amen. May we see what God has planned, Sasa.
And to our listeners, don't miss to follow her on her social media platforms. So, where can people find you?
Spontaneous the Poet. Spontaneous the Poet.
Everywhere.
Spontaneous the Poet.
Facebook,
everywhere. Facebook,
TikTok,
Spontaneous the
YouTube.
Poet. TikTok, Spontaneous the Poet. YouTube channel, Spontaneous the Poet. Twitter, tundo labda utapata Spontaneous Ray.
Yes.
Yes.
And also buy tickets to her show that will be on December 14th.
December 14th, guys.
Yeah, let's
please
continue.
Buy buy the ticket, support a movement, be part of a movement. Again, it's 2010 if you're single like me, 40-10. If you're single like me and still want merchandise from Spontaneous the Poet and Queens at 10, 80-10. 80-10. If you're a VIP and you want to sip some wine and enjoy your time listening to poetry. But for girlfriends, group friends, 5 people together, and you get an extra ticket, 10,010.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, honestly, for gracing this show.
Thank you so much.
You're officially like the very first podcast guest for this particular podcast.
Wow! Drum rolls! I initiated this.
Yes, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Safari Yangu.
I know. Until the next time, this has been Safari Yangu Podcast. I'm your host, Miss Kimaru. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Live life. Love.